Leisure with Tracy and Michelle. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Sisters of Leisure. I am Tracy, one half of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day in seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michelle, the little sister, and I'm just really excited to have this young lady on Sisters of Leisure today. I have followed her. I admire her. She has a great platform, a great, just something, a twist to health and wellness. So Lauren Danielle, the Hula Impress out of Atlanta, Georgia. Please, thank you so much for coming to Sisters of Leisure tonight.
Thank you, ladies, for having me. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yes. So you are the Hula Empress.
I am.
What? Okay, like tell me more.
Yeah, so I basically have been affectionately called that name since I came into this hula healing journey of mine. And it's almost like the queen, instead of the hula hoop girl, something more fun and more confident and just powerful. So the Hula Empress just stuck. So
I love it.
Yeah.
So how did you get started?
How did I get started?
Yes. What made you decide to heal yourself through hula hooping?
Yeah, so I 2019, so take y'all back. 2019, I was going through a pretty challenging time in my life. I was newly divorced. I jumped into entrepreneurship full time and I didn't know what I was doing, so I was pretty stressed out. And then I also was going through an unknown illness that impacted my mind, body, and spirit. So as you can imagine, I was, pretty messed up. So I was looking for a way out and an outlet to help me to get better, feel better. And I just came across hula hooping on social media, and I was like, I don't know if it's going to work for me, but I'm just going to try it out and see. Because I just saw the joy and the happiness that it brought people. So I'm going to try it for myself and see. And literally the first day that I picked up the hula hoop, I just bumped the wall with my hula hoop and I just started dancing out of nowhere. And I literally danced my way into my healing slowly but surely, just dedicating little time every day to my healing. So that's what it's about.
I love it. So, when you think of hula hooping, you think of, kids on a playground and not an adult woman hula hooping, and then saying it is healing. So like when you say healing, I want to go I want to go a little bit deeper. Like when you mean healing, how is the hula hoop helping you heal?
Yes, for sure. It took me a while to kind of find words to explain it, but the other thing I like to point out is that it's an experience. It's just something, even when I tell people about it, it's something that you literally have to experience for yourself. But what I've gathered to put from a scientific standpoint or a spiritual standpoint as well is that, let me go back to the scientific standpoint. When you're hula hooping, you're activating chemicals in the body. You're activating endorphins. You're activating all those happy chemicals to make you feel more uplifted, right? So as I was going through these dark and challenging times, as I'm hula hooping, I'm activating all these chemicals that I didn't know existed for myself unknowingly, right? And then the other part, from a spiritual standpoint, our womb is our second brain, pretty much. So, we hold our creations there, whether it be, of course, when we give birth from there, to human life, but we also give birth to our dreams. Our prayers are stored here. Everything that we're speaking is stored in this area, right? So as you're hula hooping, just imagine you're activating these these prayers, these thoughts, these affirmations, and as you're hula hooping, you're sending these things off. I'm sitting here stressed and depressed. God, I want to be happy. God, I want to be healthy. All these things are going off, sending it out to the heavens, to the universe, that this is what I want to experience for myself. And I honestly, truly believe that that's, you know, what happens when you hula hoop and how you can heal with the hula hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing because, you know, like when I started to, first off, I saw you on a mutual person that we follow's page, and I'm like, okay, hula hooping, like this is new. But now, but as I started to, you know, research and look, to have that hula hoop hit those, you know, your sacral area, your stomach, it helps with, like you said, it moves things around. It perks things up. It awakens your womb space as a woman. And, you know, it helps with all types of, you know, once we start taking care of our womb, things, fertility, you know, depression, so many different things. So I just absolutely love it. So how did you get into business with hula hooping?
So it's so funny because I mean, it caught me by surprise, honestly. But again, I dedicated to about 5 to 6 months just working on myself. And then I just one day said, I'm just gonna try to make a hula hoop. And I made my own hula hoop. I went to YouTube University and I saw a video and I said, oh, I'm just going to try it out and see. So I made my own hula hoop. I still have that hula hoop till this very day. And then other people, you know, just became intrigued. Like you make hula hoops? Like how? And, you know, once people saw that they could do they could hula hoop too, then that's how people got interested. And then more people would ask me like, hey, can you make me a hula hoop? And it just kept going and going and going from there. So that's how I came into creating hula healing fitness. And so far I have over 100 hula hoops out in the world right now. And again, something that totally caught me by surprise.
What does it look like? How do you make a hula hoop?
Well, I can definitely show you how it opens up and everything. But most hula hoops are made of like PVC pipes. This is a version of PVC pipes that I use. It's PE piping. But basically it's like piping that they use for like drainages and everything. So like plumbing and all these things, but hey, it's a hula hoop. Can you imagine going to Lowe's and coming out with all these like pipes and like they're like looking at me like, what are you doing?
I love it.
But I would love to show you all how it opens up. Okay. So they're collapsible, and they open up, and I call it my portable safe space. So they open up to this infinity sign. And then it opens up again to your big circle, like that. So, you know, I wanted to create something that people could take with them anywhere. Like I went out in the city and I took it out with me and I was dancing at an event earlier. Like I just wanted to make something that we could travel with it anywhere. I take you on, they know me in the Atlanta airport now because I travel through the airport with my hula hoop all the time. But again, it's that something to give people that option to, you know, tap into their inner child wherever they are, and no matter where in the world.
Yeah.
I was reading about it helps with the core and the digestive system. Now, how could it help with the digestive system?
Definitely. So it's the movement. It's the movement again. It's activating that area. Our body has different access points, right? So when you're hula hooping, you're activating that area. So it's creating that space to help you continue to move. You know, the bowels, and help you to have better bowel movements as well. Because actually, when I was going through my journey, when I was going through that journey in 2019, that was one of the things that it helped me with, was my digestive system. So yes, for sure. And then also I was able to gain healthy weight from hula hooping. Just 2021, I was tiny because of the illness that I was going through. And then I, became pretty down about my appearance. And I started to change my mindset, like, okay, well, this is how I want to look. And I literally ate the right foods, thought the right thoughts, hula hoop right, and I was able to gain healthy weight for myself.
That is awesome. It's funny because people don't realize your body is your temple.
Yes.
And we don't quite take care of it enough. I think we deposited so much stuff that we have to detox and purge all of that just to get, like you said, you gain healthy weight. Most people want to lose weight, but you wanted something else for your body.
Yes. And that happens too, also, that women lose weight with the hula hooping as well. But and I would say that it's whatever fitness goals, anybody, it can help you accomplish any of those things. Like, and you mentioned the core, ab building as well. All of that could be accomplished by hula hooping.
And you know what? And so I look at it as being so childlike, right?
Yes.
And so sometimes I feel like as adults, we get so stuck in being an adult. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Hula hoop, have fun. It automatically brings a joy. Like we get so stuck in what it looks like to be an adult. And for you to find success, to find joy, to find business, entrepreneurship, and something that we gotta get out the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hula hoop. You're using your creative sense, scientific proof, and for yourself proof that this is something that really helps people heal and feel better. And it's something that we did on the playground as a child, and we stopped to do, to be an adult.
Yeah, I agree. That is definitely one of those things, like as an adult, we just let go of that inner play. But then that's where that inner child work is needed for sure. And I want to just touch more about the joy that is emitted. And one thing that I started doing, I don't know if you ladies saw it on my page or not, but 2021, I went, because during the height of the pandemic, there was so much stress and anxiety and all these things going on. And for my birthday in March of 2021, I just went out to a park in Atlanta, took out some hula hoops, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invite people to play. Just play with me, right? Yes. For my birthday, come dance with me for my birthday. And people came out. It was like 50 people that came out, men, women, children, all ethnicities, all social and economic statuses. It didn't matter. People were just in the moment for joy, right? So that is one of my things I'm most passionate about hula healing fitness, is the hula heel dance challenge, is what I call it. And I kept going back to that same park, and 50 more people would come, and I took it on the road, and I went to different cities, and I hula hooped with over 1,500 people, men, women, children, doesn't matter the color, race, none of that. Everybody was tapping into their inner child.
Yeah.
So that joy, that inner child work is so important.
It really is. And it brings it sometimes, like I said, it helps to undo that, tenseness, and to be able to wind our hips, and to kind of really tap into our sensuality and our sexuality. And it's a good thing to tap into. I just absolutely love it. So how did you begin to get confident in saying, I want to be a hula hoop empress, and I want to go out in the community and hula hoop? Like, how did you?
I mean, it honestly, it's still something that I'm getting over because I was very shy as a child, very shy. Even adult life, I'm still can be shy at times, right? And it's just something I have to, push myself through, and that's literally what I do. Like even today, I went out to this huge event. I don't know if y'all familiar, but Rihanna had a Savage Fenty event, and not is it Savage Fenty? I think it is at
Yes.
Atlantic Station, and I went out there, and it was tons of people, and it always takes me a minute to just pull my hula hoop out and just hula hoop. It always takes me a minute, but every time I do it, and the more people I do it in front of, that's how I build my confidence.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tracy.
No, I was just saying, so you have your hula hoop with you walking around.
Yeah.
And, you scoping the scene, you take it out and you just start hula hooping. And how does the people react to it?
I mean, it's funny because some people will just be looking around like, oh, wow, it's a hula hoop. Or when I have it collapse, it's funny because people are like, oh, are those like, people think they're like hand hula hoops because it's collapse. And then when I open it, they're like, oh, it's a party trick. Like, so people are very amazed that it's collapsible. And also just looking and, admiring. And I always invite people to join me because I was once that person that couldn't hula hoop, So I always like to encourage people to join me as well, but it's always a joy doing it in random places. I hula hoop in the most random places. Like I never go to any event without my hula hoop. I may not use it, but I always have it with me. That's still that, even carrying it with me everywhere, that's still a confidence piece that I use to help myself build myself up.
I love it. Yeah. Because I also think that you were on VH1.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was the same instance. I just went to the event and I was just being, and that's the other thing too, just being myself. Myself is bringing love, light, and healing to every space that I enter, right? So I literally just went there and same thing, the same every time I go to a large event, it's always that, hesitation, like, oh my gosh, should I bring it out? Should I not? And it's funny because people always come up to me and say, hey, are those hula hoops? It's like, I have no choice. It's like I have no choice but to just bring it out. But one of the VH1 videographers came up to me and he said, hey, you want to bring that out and I'll so I can get a few clips of you? I was like, okay, sure. And that's how I ended up on VH1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
So do you have any events coming up yourself?
So not necessarily right now. However, I am working to, because I launched the Hula Heel Dance Challenge in 2021, but it was an initiative I did all by myself. Like I have very, little donations, but I funded it all on my own. So therefore in 2022, I wasn't able to do the tour again. So for this year, my goal is to bring the Hula Heel Dance Tour back again so that we can impact more people. And, just right now I'm seeking sponsors for that event. So that would probably be the main event that I do for this year. But, there's always, me teaching private classes, private experiences for people, or I have a self-paced virtual platform as well. So there are other, ways to, still experience the healing joy of hula hooping. Yeah.
I think that is awesome. So if, I love to ask this question. Is there something that you would have told yourself before you would have started this journey? Like if you would have known, like, how people say, well, if I would have known then what I know now, I would have.
What would I have done? I would have believed in myself sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Believed in myself sooner. Yeah.
I mean, that's deep because, that's one thing that I feel like, first off, as an entrepreneur myself, like I didn't know it was a spirit. Well, to me, it's like a spirit. It was a spiritual journey for me, you know, like, you know, just to kind of like say, okay, you know, wow, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of self-talk, self-building, confidence, and educating, you know, yourself in whatever it is field you're in.
Right.
So that's the word.
Yeah.
You know,
because it's like, you know, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere. I mean, so just do it.
Just do it. That's it.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Right. Especially if it's your passion, you know. You know, outside of hula hooping, I offer so many other wellness modalities, natural modalities, and everything kept circling back to the hula hoop. Everything. So I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be sharing. But within Hula Healing Fitness, I'm able to introduce yoga. I'm able to introduce sound healing. I'm able to introduce meditation, all those things. So it all just gonna come circles back around. Full circle moment. Back to the
because a lot of people don't do it. Everybody's always busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I'm doing this. And this kind of, you know, things like this kind of slows you down. Come on, take a reset, relax.
Yeah.
You know, and not have to feel like you always got to be on the go all the time. You're always in a rush.
Right.
Yeah, you know, and you know what, that's, you know, it's like, why ever tell yourself you don't have time to take care of yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like that, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Never tell yourself you don't have to, even if it's 15 minutes to hula hoop, to sit back and be quiet, to meditate, however you want to look at it. You always want to find time for yourself.
Yes.
You know?
That's so true. And I actually, because I'm also planning on launching a coaching program soon. And one of my frameworks is what I call recess time. And that's exactly what recess time is finding that if you don't have an hour, you have 15 minutes. Putting yourself together for 15 minutes and doing whatever it is that you consider self-care, right? And that's how I was able to develop day by day this hula healing journey for myself. Is that short? I mean, because you think about it, a song is only what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I would at least dance to one song every day. One song every day. And so whenever I come in contact with women that say they don't have time for themselves, you know, I always express that, you know, all it takes is one song a day. One song a day. That's
one
it.
song a day to invest in you. Yeah, I mean, because it makes you just feel so much better. Even though, like, I have my hula hoop and I don't know how to hula. Listen, my son Amir is the hula. He can hula hoop for the longest. I mean, and he just shows he's just so cute doing it. And so even though I try, even just trying to practice, it's fun. You know, trying to get it's a lot of fun. And you kind of pick up a sweat too, like, wait a minute, you know, I'm really not even doing it for a long time, but you know, it's a form of exercise. And it's fun.
Yeah, and that's a good point you made. Just laughing through the process. Even now, so outside of me teaching this as a wellness modality, I'm also a professional hula hoop dancer. So right now, I'm going through the process of learning new hoop skills. So even I'm messing up now, you know, just learning these new tricks and stuff. And all I do is just laugh and fun and pick it right back up and keep on going.
So is there a certain stance or a certain movement that a person should do when they're trying to hula hoop?
Yeah. Would you like me to show y'all?
Sure.
Yes.
So yes. So I always like to say, so naturally what people want to do, and y'all can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So naturally people want to wind their hips in a circle, right? Yeah, that'll come eventually. But what I like to do is teach people what I call the hoop rock. Let me move this table out the way. What I like to do is call the hoop rock. I don't think I moved my table back far enough. So with the hoop rock, you're basically rocking the hips left, right, left, right, left, right. Now, as you notice, I'm isolating my upper half, right? So just my bottom half is moving left, right, left, right, left, right. And when I throw, I'm throwing the hoop to my left side. I'm right-handed. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't think I moved my table back far enough. 1 second. Okay. So when I throw it, again, it's going left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right.
I love it.
That is good.
And then
And so, no, go ahead. Keep going.
No, I was gonna say, and the other method I like to teach is called the hoop thrust. And basically that means everything is turned, I'm turned to my left. So everything is turned to my left side. My left foot is pointing to the left, my right foot is pointing to the left, and I'm rocking back and forth. And I'm literally going to be thrusting the hoop in this direction with my lower half. Okay. So it's like that.
Okay.
And everything.
That's how Amir does it.
Yeah. So those are the two movements that I teach for beginners. And it's also, if you feel the hoop dropping, you just drop down and kind of lift back up to bring it back up, because it's also an energetic thing as well. So I always tell people, don't tell yourself that you can't do it, because guess what? It's gonna come right on down. So, just having fun. Honestly, that's really what it all boils down to, is just have fun. That's
I love it.
Yes. So what makes, go ahead, Michelle.
No, go ahead. What makes you what?
Now I'm just gonna say, what makes, like, do you have a community of hula hoop empresses that you can talk to about different things that you all do together or learn from each other?
So within my I do have a private community. So any women that gets my hula hoops, I have a private community, and we kind of, encourage each other there. And then it's funny because I didn't realize there was such a large audience or large community of hoopers, right? So that's when I got more into social media with it. Then that's when I noticed that there are so many women out here doing it. But me being connected to studios that offers hula hoop classes, I'm learning all these new tips and tricks and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a community out there for hula hooping.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So how can one get a hula hoop from you? How do we get in contact with you?
Yes, definitely. So my handle is SOulDIVINE-Vibes. That's SOulDIVINE-VIBES. SOulDIVINE-Vibes. And that's on all social media platforms. And the links are in my bios to order the hula hoop. And again, the hula hoops come with access to my private community where I do hula hoop pop-ups there. I also have virtual courses as well, self-paced courses. I do private experiences. So, it doesn't matter where you're located. I can travel with all my hoops and come to you as well.
And you could do hula hoop parties, right?
Hula hoop parties. Yeah. So definitely, I would love to continue to share this joy, and then also definitely connect with my any of my social media pages, because the Hula Heel Dance Tour, I'm planning on bringing it back this year. So I would love to pop up in your city as well.
Yes. Awesome. We're gonna have to get you in the city.
Yes.
In different cities, because I just know that it's so beneficial. It's just beneficial. People learn to have a good time, get a hula hoop there, and hula hoop.
Yeah.
I'd rather hula hoop than do a cartwheel any day.
Yes.
Well, we just
dance.
Yes. Well, I just want to thank you, so Lauren, Danielle of Soul Divine Vibes, for being on Sisters of Leisure and talking about hula hoop healthy living.
Yeah. Hula hoop healing.
Hula hoop healing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we really appreciate you, and we just thank you, and we thank everyone for tuning in to Sisters of Leisure.
Thank you.
Yes. And if you guys want to, so real quick, your challenge, how can someone contact through your challenge? They can contact you on your social media handles.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you,
Appreciate you.
Lauren.
Get your hula hoop. Get your hula hoop.
Yeah, yeah.